we feel, team. Great. Is that? One, two, seven. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 86 of Tea with GaryVee. I am GaryVee, live on
WhatsApp. Excuse me, I keep doing that. Whatnot, my summer rustiness. Live on Whatnot right now. Everybody who's on my socials, I see you all, especially Rico on Twitter. I love the cool, is that a cool cat? Rico on Twitter, Jerry Dusky on Twitch. Great to see you, my guy. Harsh on YouTube. Great to see all of you. Please come over to GaryVee.com/whatnot. Adam Lean on YouTube. Please go to GaryVee.com/whatnot to get the full experience, because, for example, this incredible $40 pack of Series 2 VeeFriends cards. Cass, I don't know if you're ready, but I'm doing a giveaway right now. Morning, Danny. A giveaway right now for the 100 people that are on Whatnot, not the ones that are on all the other platforms. They have to come over here to actually get this. I'm getting feedback, just so you know. Thank you. I'm good. Yep, I'm getting feedback. I'm still getting it. 1279. Anyway, I'm still getting it. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Might be 127947. Yeah, I'm getting. Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Here, listen to this. Where's that coming from? Where's that coming? Oh, it is coming from the phone potentially. There we go. 12797. Yep. Good work. All right. Can we do a giveaway right now? The Gibby is live. All right. If you're new to Whatnot, the Gibby on the top right corner, there's a little box there. You literally just click it and you get $40 for free. I love that. All right. Tea with GaryVee. Aaron, let's get into it. This is the show where we answer people's questions. And sometimes I get excited. Jimmy got it yesterday. Go ahead, Aaron. What's the first question? Oh, actually, I apologize. If you want to ask your question, and actually you could be on the show in video form with me right now, the way you do that is you ask your question in Whatnot, GaryVee.com/whatnot. If you're seeing that, I know TikTok is. I don't know if the other channels see that. Instagram's. Got it. Awesome. Thank you. You come over to Whatnot. I see 250 of you here right now. You ask your question. And when you ask your question, use the question mark symbol at the end. You'll see that the question is in yellow versus white in the comments over here on Whatnot. The team will then pick your question or DM you, direct message you here on Whatnot to give you a link to come on video form with me. Just want to give one final shout out to everybody that's on all these platforms. Good to see the people on TikTok coming in heavy. Great to see all of you. Great to see all my friends on Instagram. Good to see all of you and every other platform. VaporX, great to see you. All right, let's go into it. Aaron, what's the first question?
Valens asks, I'm a college student, but I often get the sense that I'm wasting my time in class. I want to create something meaningful, but I sometimes do feel inspired to be a classic student. What would you do in that position?
Probably not overanalyze it. It doesn't sound like this person's really struggling. They're probably starting to grow up a little bit and realize, oh, wait a minute, you know, what I've been taught and structured to believe, which is be a good student at all costs. She's probably, or is she, right?
I'm not sure. Valens,
okay. They're probably, you know, struggling like with a very harsh reality that a lot of career students face, which is at some level you start to realize, wait a minute, the real world doesn't really map to how I figured out the school system. And if they're trying to do something meaningful, you're not doing that in the classroom. I promise you nothing meaningful is happening in the classroom. You're learning good skills, you're learning inner people skills, you're learning how to reverse engineer a system. You know, I have a lot of feelings and very substantial, you know, opinions that people are like, but Gary, education, I mean, like education is remarkably free on the internet. And I think the biggest and best educational systems that charge money to kids are struggling to keep up with it. I go to some of the best, for example, my world, comms and marketing. I go to some of the best comms and marketing schools in the world. Their classrooms are, let me say this politely, a fucking joke. There are literally kids in the top communication schools in the country right now being taught how to write a press release. Or like basic, like, here's Twitter, have you heard of it? It's like fucking asinine. So, you know, I think there's a lot to that question. Here's what I would say to everybody who's sitting in university or college right now and questioning the ROI. If you're not going into debt, your parents are paying for it, you're a great athlete and you got a scholarship, some other reason you're not paying for it, well then enjoy your last real vacation. Because keg stands and hooking up and playing video games all day and like is fun, you know, in your early 20s, late teens. But if you're trying to do something meaningful, it's gonna happen in real life. There's 240 people who've gone to the free pack that I'm giving away in the top right corner, which means over 120 of you on Whatnot are not. Also, for all the people on Instagram, all 500 of you, I need all of you to go to GaryVee.com/whatnot. For all the people that are on TikTok, the almost 500 of you, please come over and go to GaryVee.com/whatnot. And for Wassam and for Michael T. Murphy on Facebook and for Jeffrey Payne on LinkedIn, please get over to GaryVee.com/whatnot to get the full experience. We are doing live social selling platform Whatnot because I think the QVCification of social media is here. This is where you actually get to ask your questions. This is the whole game. Aaron, let's go to the next question.
Okay, Carl asks, in a world full
Hold
of...
on, 1 second, can't hear you.
Oh.
I don't think we did that.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. She's not.
Oh.
There she goes.
Okay.
There we go.
Carl asks, in a world full of creators, how do you stand out from everyday creators when you're following trends and formats? How do you catch attention?
I'll tell you in a second. First, we got to clap it up for Zach Preston, who won the giveaway. Let's clap it up for Zach. Let's go, Zach. Big win here. Free money. Just giving away free money here. Actually, you know what I want to give away next? These hats that are selling for 75 to 125 bucks on eBay. This will get my friends over on social media to come over here. This free hat is going to bring everyone over here to hang out. Everybody, this will be the next giveaway, the creative hat. And in fact, just to pound the concept of free money and commerce, I need a marker. I'm going to sign this and make this a collectible as well. There we go. Free hat on the GaryVee. The gift goat has popped up. The Creative Crab limited edition Friends cap going up to the giveaway right now for 5 minutes. Get over here if you're on all the social networks and you're not over here. Literally free money. Literally, you get this in the mail, you put it on eBay, and you sell it for 125 bucks, 150 bucks, and you have free money. And like, Court, you know I get pissed about this. People complain. Like, there's people right now watching who are like, I don't have any money. I have $9 in my Wells Fargo account. Good news. Here's $150 free dollars. All you have to do is look at the yellow line, like this massive yellow bar that's in the middle of your social media stream right now that says GaryVee.com/whatnot. There's literally people like, how do I get the hat? I don't know, dick face. Why don't you go to GaryVee.com/whatnot, which is clearly posted there. Come over here and then go to the top right corner and click it. And do you know that some people literally won't do it because they're like, I don't want to download another app. But they will complain that they have no money. I'm literally giving away 150. This is like real life human experimenting. You know, all I care about is suffocating excuses. So like literally you're like, oh, woe is me. Here's free $150. And yet still I won't take the extra second. It's insanity. Who is in the Whatnot right now that did just come over from one of the social networks? Marco, if I'm inspiring, get your ass over to GaryVee.com/whatnot. All right, Aaron, what's the next question?
Terry asks, what do you suggest I do to become a theater actor at age 46?
Wait, well, there was a prior question.
yeah.
Was there? I apologize.
That's right. Oh, that's okay.
I threw you off. That's me. Go.
Carl was wondering, in a world full of creators, how do you stand out from everyday creators when you're following trends and formats? How do you catch attention?
Consistency. Having the humility and the self-confidence to be your full self. Not worrying about growing followers every day. You know, there's a lot of mental strategies that go into actually being a creator. Here's a good one, Aaron, actually being good. Aaron, you do know that 99% of people are not good enough for us to give a fuck about what they're posting. And by the way, that was a very nice number that I just put out. The number's higher than that. And the reason they're not good enough is they're worried about them. The best way to be a creator that pops is to be 100% focused on the audience. For example, I, who am at the top of the game, one could argue, I'm in a good spot. I'm not Mr. Beast, but I'm in the game. It's fucking, what is it, August what? It's August 27th. I look at you six, and you guys are in your grinding, like you're in your at the liquor store packing out shelves era. Do you know what I should be doing right now? I should be sleeping in Saint-Tropez. You do understand that, right? I should be maybe waking up soon to my chef cooking me some eggs and my trainer coming in the Hamptons. That is what my contemporaries are doing right now. Instead, I was in this seat last night to almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and now I'm back. We started at 8:45. We didn't even start at 9 for effect. Fucking grinding here with one massive thing to do this morning, which is to provide value for the next hour. Answer people's questions, teach people that are on regular social media right now, that's you all, how to come over here to live social shopping, because separately, I'm telling everyone that live social shopping is the way. Erin did her first whatnot this weekend. I'm proud of you. I literally believe that millions of people have tens of thousands of dollars of stuff in their house and they're broke. They're broke, and yet in their basement, their closets, their garages, their living rooms, in their third room that they don't even use because they bought a house that was too big for their means, they have stuff, sneakers, video games, Legos, clothes they don't wear anymore, and they could literally just go on Whatnot and sell it, virtual garage sale every day. But the missing component in so many people's game is tenacity, is consistency, is just calming things down and putting in the work. People have become addicted. The great addiction is not opioids. The great addiction is getting affirmation for their bullshit. We become addicted to somebody saying, you're right, they suck. And they become your parents, your partner, your boss, politicians, the world. We've become addicted. My friends, this is not about generational warfare. This is about pop culture and human societal norms. People didn't complain like this in '87. So we've become completely foreign and yucked to being accountable. And so, I don't fucking know. I'm just out here trying to fucking put out content that brings people value, because that's how you actually stand out. Think about what he said, following trends. Like, people literally think like, oh, if everyone's doing this trend, I'll do it, and the trend will get me there. Oh, big winner, Classic Toys 117. Classic Toys 117 with a monster win. Classic Toys, tell us all about yourself. So how about doing something meaningful? Like, think about just a sentence. Hey, I can't break out and get followers because I'm following the trends like everyone else. Like that, by just separate yourself and just to go to a Zen place of simplicity right now and think about how obvious that is, that's not gonna work. How about trying to provide fucking value? And that value comes in a lot of shapes and sizes. For example, value is comedy, right? When we laugh, we escape things we're worried about. So no shit, comedians are popping off. Beauty is valuable. Like, there's a reason very attractive males and females get followers. Like, beauty brings people value, right? But that's fucking like luck of the DNA draw, or like, you're not ugly, you're just poor, right? Like, some people, we live in a world now where people spend real money on looking different like that, fine. But everybody has the ability to bring value. People know shit. People know like everything about Beanie Babies. You could start a Beanie Babies channel. People know everything about MMA. Like my son, by the way, his knowledge of UFC is so deep at this point. If his mom and I allowed him to be a public figure, like he could crush like deep cut UFC. Like he'll talk about the 19th ranked middleweight like nobody's business. He knows his shit. That's valuable. By the way, he's valuable to me because I want to get my UFC game up. We're in the business. He knows more about UFC than AJ and I, and we're in the representing MMA fighters business. That's his knowledge base. He has a lot of sports knowledge base. I know a lot about business and marketing, and I've been an old soul my whole life, so I can speak about old soul shit. So, that's it, man. That's all I got. How do you stand out? How about giving a fuck about the audience, which you're asking for? People are literally asking for people to make them famous and make money on their back of their attention. I want all of you to pay attention to me so I can make money and be famous. Selfish. Why don't you give? Give, and then ask. I wrote the book. It's called Jab, 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 Right Hook. It is give, and then ask. It's not give, and then take. And Mike says people are lame. I disagree with Mike Cohen. People aren't lame. People are confused. People have been misparented in the last 40 years. People have really leaned into insecurities versus confidence. People have leaned into materialistic status versus thoughtful, soulful, human, deep connection shit. People got fancy. People are hurting. And the only person they can blame is themselves. I'm hurting, and I don't blame anyone else, is the road to recovery. I'm hurting, and it's these people's faults, is the way to dig your fucking hole deeper. That's real shit. All right, let's keep it going. There's 587 here. I like that. That means another giveaway. Let's get into this. This was the breakout everybody, actually, if you don't know much about VeeFriends, put VeeFriends in the chat here on Whatnot. Not all of you on social media. I need you all to come in here. Right? VeeFriends. All right, so a lot of you don't know. Of the people that just wrote that, which thank you. Well, maybe not thank you. That actually hurts a little bit. I'd like you to pay attention a little bit to, the biggest thing I've ever built in my life. VeeFriends is a Marvel, Disney, Pokemon, Sesame Street world that I'm building. Literally a brand new fantasy world where we talk about a lot of the stuff I talk about on Tea with GaryVee, trying to implement that to kids. But to remind the OGs, this brand is 3 to 93. In fact, we have comic books that are ripping. Comic book number 5 has an adult warning on it. So Rips, I might as well say this now so we can clip it. Court, maybe you can help me too. Like, VeeFriends is for 3 to 93. So we've got a lot of stuff coming out for the 18 to 30-year-old set. And I think some of the people that have been on this 4-year journey that think VeeFriends is just for kids might have some feelings because we're doing some fucking shit. Like, we're doing stuff that could lead to, like, rated R movies. And they're going to be like, wait, what the fuck? And I'm going to remind you that Batman in 1960 was pow and boom and yay for kids. I don't know if you've seen some of these rated R Batman movies the last 25 years. Not so sold that they're for 5-year-olds. So VeeFriends is for 3 to 93. Anyway, if you don't know about VeeFriends and you collect things, so for everybody who just answered, I don't know about VeeFriends, if you do not know about VeeFriends, but you're a collector of like Disney pins, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Comic-Con, sports cards, contemporary art. If you're one of those people, you do not know about VeeFriends, but you're a collector, please in the chat right now say collector. Because if you are one of those people, I want you to do something for me. I want you to direct message VeeFriends, top left corner. All right, there's a lot of people like this. This is exciting because a lot of you are about to find your favorite home on the internet. The VeeFriends community is incredible. Our saying at VeeFriends is strangers become acquaintances, acquaintances become friends, friends become family. If you're one of those people, first of all, OGs in the Whatnot chat, tell everybody who just said collector what they're in for. If you wrote collector, but you know nothing about VeeFriends, what we're doing, which is insane to me and exciting, please go to the top left corner right now, that VeeFriends logo, click it. The third thing down, I think, says send us a message. Send a direct message and say, I want to learn more about VeeFriends. We have people on hand on our community management team, literally onboarding people one by one, teaching them link by link, answering any basic question. I think you'll be blown away. And then for everybody who's on social, I see you on Instagram, I see you on TikTok, I see you on all the other platforms, please come over. I think a lot of you are answering collector and all this stuff. I think you don't understand that you need to be answering me on GaryVee.com/whatnot. Please come over, GaryVee.com/whatnot. This is comic, I can give this away, right? This is a big one. This is comic, what, 3? Comic number 3, I'm gonna sign it, which I've signed very few of these. So this is a real big giveaway. OG friends and collectors of V-Friends, tell everybody in the Whatnot chat how big this giveaway is. This is a huge giveaway. Everybody on all the other social media platforms, that huge yellow bar is the only way you're gonna be able to get this free $150 item. Go to GaryVee.com/whatnot, download Whatnot, come over here, get here now. This is a massive, massive, massive giveaway. Put it up.
I ran a blaster video first.
You did?
That's currently live, but I'll run that next.
Understood. Going forward, I want to control the show. Rips, Cass, you guys love to throw something in when I'm not asking. I love it and I hate it. All right, can I get a blaster to show people what's running? We have, a pack, I got it. All right, a blaster pack, $40 blaster pack running right now. Let me show you what comes up on this. Oh, actually, Court, do you have the access to the comic? Yeah, can you run that real quick? Real quick for everybody before we get back to the questions. I want you to watch this video. You'll only see it on Whatnot, so sorry everybody on social media, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. Get over here, GaryVee.com/whatnot. There we go, C2B, made it over from TikTok. If you're on Whatnot right now and you made it over from another social network and this is your first time, please let me know. I want to say hi like Noli Sam. Run it right now. All right, everybody who just saw that, please go to vfriends.com/comics. You can see all the comic books. You can read all the comics. You can watch the videos of the comics. We actually have comics 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all on the docket this year. 9, I think, as well. I'm telling you right now, we're really excited about it. Yes, the Greek NYC, that is Jeremy reading. He's doing a great job. Everybody who enjoyed that, if you enjoyed that and you're part of that Comic-Con crew, put Comic-Con in the chat. But then more importantly, go to the top left corner and click the logo. Third thing down is message us. Literally ask your questions. Ask your questions. And the winner of the pack is Audi's Closet. Let's clap it up for Audi's Closet. Nice little pack on the giveaway, $40 pack. All right, now let's put up the big one. Everybody should have come over by now. This is a huge one. Comic number 3 signed. Again, even if you don't give a shit about me, V-Friends, collectibles, or anything else, this is literally free money. Like literally you get in the mail and you put it on eBay for $150 and you make money. Top right corner right now, just click that little translucent box to enter the giveaway. There's 660 of you in Whatnot. There are thousands of you in social media. You need to come over to GaryVee.com/whatnot. But of the 663, only 330 of you have entered. Click it, click it, click it. Aaron, let's go to the next one. Oh, actually, Ryan Canfield, who was waiting last time. It's time to put him up on the show. If you want to get on the show, get over to GaryVee.com/whatnot and ask your question. Ryan, how are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm well, my brother. How are things?
Good. Yeah, it's going. It's going. Hey, I appreciate you taking my questions. So, I have been a financial advisor since I graduated college, so 22 years old. Was the traditional financial advisor, going after retirees, pre-retirees, because they had the money.
Yes.
Back in 2023, basically got rid of my business that I had, started from scratch, and now I only work with millennials. So I'm trying to relaunch my whole entire social media. I'm running a YouTube channel. I had a podcast, but became kind of overwhelmed with everything. And really just trying to tell my story and relate to people. But I feel like my YouTube channel hit about 485 subscribers in like 3 months and then just hit a wall. And my content is more of like storytelling, talking about here's what I've done with clients and here's how it can relate to you. And I'm just trying to figure out, is YouTube the way to grow that business? I'm sure you're aware compliance is very strict.
Compliance is not the issue. I hear this constantly from the biggest companies in the world and kids like you. Compliance is just reality, right? It's a restriction. You don't need to make fake claims financially or things that put you in a tough spot to gain audience, right? Compliance is the great subconscious and conscious excuse of financial, professionals. The thing that everyone's not doing, brother, is they're not making enough content in enough places and using the social media algorithms to their advantage. And you know that. If you're following me, I have pounded this into the oblivion. For example, you look like you might be in shape. People that complain about not being in shape, don't go to the gym, brother. Like, not only was I here at 8:45, Mike had me doing all sorts of weird shit today and fucking this and fucking, I don't like it. But the work I've put in has given me some dividends, right? And so, YouTube's the answer. You know the answers. You know what I'm about to say. I literally believe your pretty face with those nice light blue eyes needs 50 pieces of content a day, not one.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell people. Like, I could have not. Adrian, could you put up GaryVee.com/attention? I'm so desperate about this that not only am I not asking you to give me that. Thank you so much. Not only am I not asking you guys, this is the book. It's $25. It will help you grow your business. But yet, I am so desperate to not even ask you for $25. I made a 44-page deck for free. It's literally linked right now. It's GaryVee.com/attention. I've said this, and you know this, Rye, over and over and over again. And yet, I'll tell you what's happening, and you're going to really resonate with this. People try for a day or a week or a month, they don't get the results and they quit. No different than fitness, no different than anything else. The answer to your quiz is social media content organically at scale. And it is more important than everything else. And until you do it for 18 months at an extreme level and have nothing to show for it, I don't believe it's time to quit.
Yeah. And I understand like the whole hockey stick approach. Like, I've been doing YouTube for about a year and I'm at that point where it's starting to kind of go up the blade.
Okay. But what about, I apologize, but what about LinkedIn, for example? Where are you at with that?
I'm heavy on LinkedIn.
What does heavy mean? Like how many posts a day of original content clipped with thinking about the thumbnail, thinking about the copy? Pablo, are you available? Get over here. Stick with me here, Rye.
Yeah.
Pablo is on my team, Team Gary, my content. Pablo, how are you, my friend?
Good. Hey,
Pablo,
Ryan.
can you explain to people the sheer hours of just looking at math and looking at just explain like what you even do sometimes, like for 10, 12 hours a day, just talk for a minute. Like, you know what I'm trying to explain here. Explain like the insanity of it.
Well, so there's the AI component, and then just trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong. Cool. So for example, Monday I spent like 14 hours just trying to figure out.
Nobody can hear everyone. Everybody can't hear. I don't know why.
Test.
What about now?
Oh, I can hear. I can hear him.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, go ahead.
So just spending dozens of hours every day, kind of going over what can AI do in different modules of the business.
Put AI on a shelf. I don't even give a fuck about that. Right
Yeah.
now. What about looking at numbers to understand what thumbnail, what preview?
Yeah, I mean,
just
you can
hours. Aaron, our whole team spends hundreds of hours a week, just thinking about the first 3 seconds or the 10th second of a clip. every platform, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like,
Yeah. I mean, you can go as deep as you want, and then it's about reasoning. Like, how much do you want to give into the data versus how much is the art? That's the whole battle, right? But
I appreciate it. We're,
So
go ahead, Ryan.
So as like a one person shop, you know.
Well, I was a one-person shop for 7 years. This is the part that everyone gets confused about. 2006 to 2014, I was a one-person shop. This is where it gets good, right? Yeah, like
Yeah. I know what you're gonna say.
I know, and I love what your face just did because I fuck with you because I saw what I needed to see. Bro,
Yeah.
I was a one-person shop for 8 years. And I did it every day, 15 hours a day. I just don't understand how people are asking for a 1% life without understanding it takes 1% sacrifice effort. You have to be a 1%er if you want a 1% outcome. Now, if you don't want a 1% outcome and you want to make $100,000 a year doing what you want, good news. You can do 40% behavior.
Yeah.
So that just becomes the question. But you're competing against the world because the game is free. People are literally complaining that there's like the last, how do I break out? Gary, well, everyone's doing it. No shit. It's free. You're complaining that you have a platform called social media that can change your life that's free. And so you're crying that other people are doing, you're not doing that, right? But I'm just now kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And that's where, like, you know, there's not many financial advisors that focus on millennials. So it's like, you know, I know that I'm in a very small pot of people.
But you know what? There is a lot, right? Like, yes-ish, right? Chase Bank, for example, is a client of Vayner's, so I'm deeply researching at times. Like, you know this, there's a lot of financial advisors on TikTok starting to pop up.
Yeah. There's also a lot of people that are acting like financial advisors that are giving terrible advice. And that's the problem.
It's not the problem. It's your opportunity. Stitch the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have been.
Good. How
yeah.
More.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your thoughts on live streaming? So, like, I've been having this idea of like,
you should do it. You should be on Kick and Twitch and YouTube Live, and you should be answering people's basic financial questions. Watch this.
Okay.
Look at my chat right now. Everybody in the chat, I need your honesty because we're going to help Ryan and I'm going to help you at the same time. If you know for sure what I'm about to say that's me in the chat. Ready? Who in the chat right now, real talk, like don't want to admit it, but this is the first step to recovery, have no idea what the fuck is going on with finance. And like, just like, don't know how to do their taxes, are completely fucking confused, like, don't know how to save money. Like, really, your financial literacy is bullshit because, you know, they don't teach that shit in school. Instead, they want you to memorize what fucking Mars, how far it is from the fucking planet Earth. Who gives a fuck? Fuck.
yeah.
You see, look at this, right? So, you know, like, you've got unlimited opportunity, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I started working with that, you know, demographic and stuff. You know, me being a millennial as well, like I understand that we weren't taught this in school. We were always told like save every single penny that you can get, save for your golden years. And it's like, you know, working with the retirees and pre-retirees, the golden years might not ever come. So it's like we need to live life now, right?
Yes, but most people misheard that and decided to go into massive debt for a lease on a Mercedes and a fucking Louis Vuitton bag. That's not what we're saying either.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's not put Gen Z and Gen Alpha and young millennials on a pedestal for living completely in debt, but they're enjoying life. Based on my 100,000 DMs, they're not because they're stressed as fuck. There's that happy medium. And people have to find their own happy medium.
Correct. Find out what's valuable to you and what brings you value and make sure your spending aligns with it. Like I 100% am on board with that, Gary. I appreciate that.
Thank you, brother. I wish you well. Are we running this?
Thank you.
It ran. Who won? Who? Crod 73. Let's clap it up. All right. Let's get Ryan off the screen. Let's go into the next question. Aaron, thank you, Ryan. More content, brother. Before we do that, everybody who's on social media, you see a huge yellow bar. It says go to GaryVee.com/whatnot for the full experience. This is how you get your questions asked. This is how you get on the show with Ryan. This is how you get free giveaways. Let's do a $55, maybe $75 collectible. This is a Series 2-pack signed by me. You can put it on eBay. I think you get rips. How much do they get on eBay for a signed GaryVee Series 2-pack? 50, 70, 90? That feels right. Yep, we're putting this up at the giveaway right now. You can only get this on Whatnot. Everybody from social media, get over here right now. Oh, can you get me a manga box? People People need to know about this. This is like I got it. Thank you. Everybody, this was our big product that just came out. It's super stickers, like the 1980s vending machine, and there are Steph Curry, as you can see him on the right or left side of your screen, Steph Curry autos, 7 packs. A lot of you are trying to start your VFriends collection based on the DMs that have come in. This is $150. Oh, look at this little zoom in. This is $150. Look at that. There's GaryVee autos. If you go to eBay right now and type in manga stickers, VFriends, you'll be blown away. If you've never bought anything on whatnot in your life, you can get $15 off your first purchase. Let's put 30 boxes in. I think some people want to get their first VFriends box and open it with their kids. So these are $150. We're gonna put them in the store right now. I'm gonna put them to the bottom and let's see what's happening. Jared answers no. Aaron, next question.
Okay, Cody asks, I'm 39 and I lost everything in 2021. I'm trying to restart my life, but I've struggled at every job I've had since then, looking for my 5th now. I can't seem to shut the voice up in my head telling me I'm not worth it. Do you have any advice?
You're definitely worth it. Everyone's worth it. Like, boxes are in the store right now, everybody. You can click down below, start collecting with the kids. You're definitely worth it. But if you're on your 5th job, you're doing something wrong. Let's just be incredibly transparent. You're not being accountable. What could happen is you lost everything and you're shook. You know, a lot of people, and this is gonna make sense. I'm curious how my crew here behind the camera is gonna act. When shit hits the fan, it really does expose where your soul is sitting. Like, one of the great things that I thank God for every day is that I really feel like I'm at my best when shit is bad. Because I'm very simple, I'm grounded, I know who I am, I was parented well, my foundation is strong. I think for a lot of people, when shit hits the fan, they're at their worst. And that might be happening to this, who is this again?
Cody.
Cody. And it's okay, Cody. By the way, I don't look down on people who are at their worst when shit's bad. I'm empathetic, you know? And so, can we please not do that with the screen? We did this yesterday, it like completely covers the screen, this description. Show less, yep. Thank you. So you're definitely worth it, but what I would do, and this is gonna work, what I would do is reach out to the people that fired you tomorrow and ask them nicely, because this would be a nice gesture on their part, to give you 5 to 10 minutes and tell you why you got fired. And take notes and be humble and own it and then read it and then address it. Like, you have to make changes. Something's not working. And I'm gonna go with my intuition that 4 companies in a row aren't wrong. That's just where I'm at. But you're definitely worth it. You're just in a rut. We're just in a rut. Like, actually, here's something else for my crew and everybody watching. When shit's bad, it doesn't mean you're bad. It means this moment's bad. We have to detach from what's going on, from like our complete self-worth on whatever we're dealing with. You need to look at the macro, not the micro. So that's that. Jake Kurtz on the show. That's how you get on if you go GaryVee.com/whatnot. Get over here right now, everyone. Jake, how are you?
Good, Gary. How you doing, man?
I'm well, brother. Where are you from?
Tampa, Florida. Originally from Pittsburgh, but I've lived in Tampa for 12 years.
Are you a Steelers fan?
100%.
So that means you and I are fucking serious enemies in like 11 days?
Pretty much, yeah. Justin Fields and Aaron Rodgers swap.
Big swap. I'm really anxious for that game because your fan base travels very well. So half the fucking stadium's gonna be Pittsburgh fans with your fucking bullshit yellow fucking flag. I get very upset. I fucking hate Steeler fans. But I love you, Jake.
No, 100%.
And what can I answer for you?
So I used to love the kind of random. I used to love the segment that you did called Overrated, Underrated. And I was wondering if I could throw a couple random topics at you for fun.
That's really fun. Let's do that. Yeah, by the way, I'm going full pledge, Gary. I'm sure not lost on you since you brought that up, and not lost on probably a lot of people here, is for the last 3-4 years, I've been much more Gary Vaynerchuk, the CEO of VaynerX and VFriends and Vayner Sports and VaynerWatt and all the Vayners. But starting in October, November, and definitely in 2026, I'm coming back. This is why I've been doing T more. I'm going to be streaming more. I'm contemplating this late night version of this show called Winding Down with GaryVee, with a glass of wine. I'm going to be vlogging a lot more, IRL streaming. So like literally when I'm traveling to a keynote in Dallas, Danny or Train or somebody else is literally backpack. We're live on Twitch or like Kick. Like I'm really going there. So I'm excited about it. Anyway, nonetheless, we have a winner. Hold on, buddy. Treasure Scoot. What was that? The sign packed Treasure Scoot. I will let him talk. All right. So I'm ready for overrated, underrated. I'm actually thinking about bringing it back is where I was going with that long-winded thing. So let's rock and roll. Fire away.
All right, let's do it. All right, number one, being the face of your business.
Underrated. And I'll tell you why. A lot of people should not be the face of their business because they're introverted. They don't want the attention. They're uncomfortable with it. And that is wonderful. I do not believe that most people should. I don't think you have to. There are much big, I'm the face of my businesses. I do very well. There are people that have much bigger businesses than me that you've never seen or heard of. So it is not required. On the flip side, in the post-2015 world, it has become another moat, another differentiator, another non-replaceable, replicatable advantage for someone who can do that. So it is underrated, especially because you can build your face for free on social media.
100%. These are going to be super random, by the way.
I like random.
Post Malone.
I think Post Malone is underrated. I believe that Post Malone is incredibly intuitive as an entrepreneur. I don't even want to speak to his music because I don't like talking about shit I don't know. I haven't consumed it deep enough to have an opinion, but I like the way Post moves when no one's watching. I live a life where I'm able to be in rooms and I see incredible humility at this point of his career. Maybe he always wasn't like that. Maybe he was, I don't know. But I like the people he surrounds himself with. I think he's entrepreneurial. I've seen him interact with brands that we work with, and I feel like he's professional. I think he's got good intent to those partnerships. And without knowing him, because he could be a very bad guy or a very great guy or better than I think, without actually knowing the human, my hot take is underrated.
I could see him doing the Super Bowl halftime show at some point too.
I think that's right. He's the kind of artist that's one contemporary hit away from being next level, right? He could do a collab with some like a K-pop or, a reggaeton. Like he's just one song away from being the most listened to artist in the world. He's already at that level, and so that's interesting.
Yep. Next one, brands doing social in-house.
I have a very real take on this. I think it's very overrated. VaynerMedia's biggest growth in the last 13 months has been going into Fortune 500 companies and replacing the in-house team. In-house teams for Fortune 500, for Fortune 5,000 companies, overrated. For small startups who know social media, underrated, right? Small startups should not be hiring agencies like mine. Big companies should not be building in-house agencies because they don't know if you don't know how to grade the homework, how do you know if the homework's good? The only reason in-house agencies have been built in Fortune 500 companies is they became cost-saving centers because TV agencies like Droga5, Wyden & Kennedy, 72 and Sunny, they claim to be able to do what VaynerMedia does. They charged a lot of money for it, and they sucked at it, which made brands go, wait a minute, this blows, let's bring it in-house. The problem is in-house teams are also not good at it, and so I think it's an overrated move. I mean, it's been stunning to see the quality of the in-house work of the last 50 companies we've audited. And that doesn't mean the players are bad. By the way, I want to make this very, like if you're a person that works in-house at a brand, doesn't mean you're bad. The system's bad. And those players can't change the system. So companies need to be accountable for how they're putting their in-house team. For example, most companies put their in-house team on a KPI against followers at a time where followers are declining in value and it's views achieved. We just have to be smarter, more strategic.
Very true. Yeah, I actually own a social agency in Tampa called Brick Media, and we work with like a lot smaller companies. Like I'd say 1 to 10 million in revenue is probably the range of clients that we work with. And our services are usually like 3 to 5K a month kind of thing.
Love it.
And it's always just interesting how certain brands we work with, it makes a lot of sense for them to hire us. But then other brands, it's almost like I want them to do it in-house because it makes a lot more sense.
First of all, I really like your temperament. Can I give you a great piece of advice as someone who's played the game you're playing? Mm-hmm. Even when you're desperate for money, if you can tell the in-house team is going to be good enough, and even if they hire you because you like did a great sales job. If you know they're going to fire you in 6 months because you can't bring them enough value against what they already have, tell them that truth.
100%. And even with the followers thing you were saying, like we straight up tell people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying, even in the sales process, if I can tell that somebody is just all about the follower count, and even if we try to explain that, reach and engagement are kind of the main things to look at nowadays because it encompasses followers, non-followers. If I can tell that they're just kind of not getting it, we don't even want to take those kind of clients on because it's just fighting an uphill battle from day one.
Yeah, convincing is a terrible business model for service providers. All right, I got to run, brother. I love you.
Cool. Love you too, man.
All right, everybody, 10 boxes left. I see a lot of you bought your first box ever. You're going to enjoy opening this with your fam. A great, great world. By the way, let me make this PSA because there's a lot of new people here. This is very important. Everybody who's watching right now, please do not buy a VFriends collectible, not an NFT digital collectible or a physical item, even a t-shirt, even though this is a badass t-shirt. Look at this, Patient Panda. Please never buy a single VFriends item ever, ever, ever if money is tight. Collectibles, even if you believe in me and you're gonna buy it, it's gonna take me 3, 4, 5, 6 years to make this stuff like really go there. Obviously, I know that these boxes, and this is gonna probably stun a lot of you, came out for 99 bucks and now we're 700 bucks 100 days later. That's an anomaly, that's an enigma. It's gonna take me a long time to build this properly if we're gonna build something meaningful. If your money's tight, let me teach a little something that might help. If your money's tight, you've got $88 in your bank account and you live paycheck to paycheck, buying $100 thing from me is asinine, even if it's going to be worth 500 bucks in 4 years, because your cash flow is important right now. Like, I'm saying you're buying something for 100 bucks and in 4 years it's worth 500. That's a tremendous return, by the way. But if you're tight on money, then it's insane for you to buy a VFriends item. Please do not buy VFriends items for me if your money's tight. Now, if you're flipping right away, like you're gonna buy this box for $150 and sell for $170 like in a week, good. There you go, flip life. But please do not buy anything from me, not wine. Actually, if you buy wine on the internet today, Adrian put this up, winetext.com, we have a major wine of the week. I think Brandon bought 100. By the way, this is good for all of you. Cass, you drink the vino. $140 wine today on WineText for like under 40 bucks. Real shit. Winetext.com. If you're in America and you're in one of the states we ship. By the way, if you buy wine on the internet in America right now, and you're one of those people in the chat, tell me which site you buy from. Put it in there right now, like wine.com, like last bottle, like tell me. Put it in the chat right now. Put it in the chat right now. Naked Wines, right? All right. So the JMS, Mike C, you are destroying my soul by not being NYC girl, Wall Street Journal's Wine of the Month Club. Please go there right now and cancel it. You are buying garbage wine that's put in a private label. You're buying literally $4 and $6 wine that they're positioning as $20, $30 wine. Please, the Wall Street Journal Wine Club is a mess. Winetext.com, sign up for it. All right, anyway, 10 boxes remaining. Grab your box, but do not buy it if you can't afford it. Aaron, next question.
Okay, are blogs and email newsletters still in?
Yes.
I recently unsubscribed from someone because I got sick of the daily lengthy content. Who has time to read that every day?
A lot of people do. A lot of people do. In fact, I would say the written long form is red hot. It's called Beehive. It's called Substack. I think long form written content is massively hot. I'm obsessed what's going on with those platforms. And so, yes, it just seems like they were not getting value from that email anymore. In fact, my email needs to be better. That's a big agenda in GaryVee 5.0, which is what I'm calling November 14th on, because I turned 50, 5.0, pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. You like that? We're gonna be very serious about Substack, Beehive, the email newsletter I feel like on my text service, I'm replying to a lot of people, but everything I'm posting out is like, come and see this, come and see this. I want to do more value there. It's value, value, value. That email no longer provided value for that person. That doesn't mean the medium is dead. In fact, the medium's hotter than ever. Hotter than ever. All right, who do we have on screen? It says Garrett Gabriel. Maybe that's her name. Nope.
Actually, no, my name is Peyton.
Peyton, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm well. Where are you from?
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Amazing. A little louder, please. How are things? What's your question?
Great. So my question is about TikTok, live selling, and AI kind of in the same thing. So we have a small Black Angus beef company business here in Texas. So it's all family run. So you know the struggles of trying to run have multiple hats. Lots of things to do. Anyway, I'm trying to decide whether TikTok live selling is worth.
Yes.
Like, do I need to put extra time into it?
Yes.
How much time?
As much as humanly possible. I'll tell you why. Two things will happen. One, why TikTok is better even than Whatnot is when you're live, it's going into random people's feeds. And there are hundreds of millions of people on Coffee with Raj. Thank you so much for the push. There are hundreds of millions of people on TikTok, and you're going to randomly show up. Plus, here's the problem with putting little effort, right? Like 30 minutes, because I'm empathetic. You got a lot going on, Peyton. But listen to me. If you don't do it, you'll always wonder, could it work if I put a lot of effort into it? So I'm a big fan of putting a ton of effort into something that you kind of intuitively feel might bring value. And then after 3 or 4 months of going ham, if nothing has happened, you're like, okay, this might not be working for me. But if you're only putting 30 minutes every 3 days and nothing's happening, I know it's in your mind and everybody else that's watching's mind of like, well, I'm not doing what Gary said and going ham, so maybe it does work. Do you see where I'm going? So I'd rather go ham for 150, 200 days and let something else that I already know what it is sit a little bit to get to the answer that I'm curious about.
Okay. And then on AI, like, I know obviously that's where everything is going right now.
But let me say something about that real quick, if I may. You're a young woman, so you didn't get to live through this. But you saying, and everyone's saying everything's going AI, where do I go with this? Is what people said in 1993, 4, 5, and 6, saying, I know everything's going computer and World Wide Web. Where do I start? And the answer was, don't overthink it because it's so big that it's just going to become normal. Do you understand? It's not like you need to figure, like every AI is oxygen. It is going to impose its will on everything. For example, the clips we get from this show that I'm going to put on social, I'm going to be speaking Spanish because it's now default in Instagram. I didn't need to have to go and figure out language translation. Even though me and my team were doing that along the way, I've always said to them, it's going to happen in platform. And that one really gave my team, talking broader team GaryVee, definitely Vayner. I told them 2 years ago this was going to happen. It's now happened. And they're like, okay, Gary knows his shit. Peyton, I'm telling you, like, do not worry about AI, meaning it's just going to be like, it's going to, I'm going to say it this way. You don't need to come to AI. AI's coming to you. You're not going to be able to fucking avoid it.
So I don't need to worry about like trying to find the best AI platform to use to help run my social or the marketing side of it.
Correct, because you're not going to be able to avoid it. And again, it's still going to require you thinking. Like everyone's got this, people either hate or love AI. And the people that love it sometimes come from, oh, AI is going to do my marketing for me. Awesome. That's not how it's going to work.
You still have to have something to put into it.
You're going to have ideas. You're going to have effort. Just think about it logically. If AI did everything for everyone, then it wouldn't work for anyone because everyone would have the same thing.
Yep.
Right?
I agree.
So every single person that sells Angus beef has the same tools as you and everyone's doing the same shit. What the fuck do we have? What we have is our uniqueness. Your tattoo on your left shoulder is potentially why you would sell Angus beef. That is real life. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I'm not making a joke. I'm saying the uniqueness and individuality that we have as human beings, our own ideas, our own uniquenesses, You know, like literally there's a woman out there who would see you in a piece of content and say, this is a badass bitch like me because we both believe in tattoos on our shoulders. I'd rather buy my fucking beef from her than someone else. That's how this shit actually works. What's your brand?
Like,
What's the company's name?
the brand's name is Gabriel Premium Beef.
Gabriel, like, how do people find it? Is it at Gabriel Premium Beef, or did you go with a shorter name, please God?
No, I know. No, I came into this. My grandfather owned it before me, and I don't own it, but he still owns it. I took over the marketing about a year into it. So all this stuff was kind of set up already. And I just took it. So no, it's Gabriel at GabrielPremiumBeef.com. So yes, it's a long one, but they do find us. We've had really good success on TikTok.
Wait. So if you've had really good success on TikTok, have you, yeah, you know you're about to.
I know, so I'm asking a question that's already loaded.
Correct. You're walking into a buzzsaw. I do not want to be everyone's affirmation human. This is what all of you know. All of you know the answers to these questions. The answer is more.
Just more.
Can I ask a personal question?
Yeah.
Do you work out?
I do.
Great. Do you understand that that's benefiting you? Do you understand that if you ate like shit and didn't work out, that you would not be in the same shape that you're in?
100%.
That is this game. Like, you got to do more. What's nice about social media that's hard about working out is, like, at some level, no matter how fucking strong your muscles are, everyone has their ceiling. Like, Train's a big fucking dude. Like, you know, his chest is looking pretty good to me through that. You know, I haven't really looked at I'm going to make him take his shirt off soon. But, like, right now I still don't know where it's at. But, like, even if he can do more than I can do on bench, he's going to hit his limit, right? Mm-hmm. The limits on social creative is much higher than they are on working out. Like, you have so much more room to go. And if you've hit some success on TikTok, I need you to triple down.
Just keep going. So, and like Whatnot. So the problem is, like, and it's live, so it's better than like the TikTok shop, because I can't put like our meat on the shop, you know?
Why?
Saying like they don't take raw meat. They won't accept it.
Yet.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the day that they do. Whatnot, like, is that an avenue I need to take as well, or?
Maybe. The problem with Whatnot is I brought all the people into this room. What's great about TikTok is TikTok gives you audience. Whatnot doesn't have that level of audience, and the algorithm doesn't work the same way. Got it? Yep. That's why it's both. But you may want to do a little something here, because even 20, 30, 40 people, the lack of friction and the ease of buying the meat is worth it. Mm-hmm. You know?
Okay.
User 8234958. The reason you can't contact TikTok about it, they have terms of, like, there's no like Johnny TikTok. Yo, Johnny TikTok, the meat, can you put it on there? It doesn't work like that. They're a fucking massive.
I've tried a million different ways.
It's not going to happen. They have master terms of services, and they have reasons for that. You know, because, you know, produce has different laws and different issues, and, you know, there's things like that. So, all right. Anyway, see ya.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Good episode of Tea with Gary Vee. Let's do this. I have a fun idea. There are over 1,000 people on other platforms right now. I'm going to go nice and slow. I'm going to give away a signed, this is going to be a $300 gift. I am literally giving away a signed manga box on Whatnot right now. All right? I'm literally giving away a signed manga box, giving it away for free. All right? The problem is, I need all of you to come to Whatnot, because I want you to experience what live social shopping is. So I'm going to look at this chat now, right? Savage Bro, you know, Robin, Tim, Bangman, the 23M3, Mike Hunt, Mike Kahuna, Jetsfari, Jake on TikTok. I need all of you. Victory Home on TikTok. It's not my birthday today, but thank you for the happy birthday. Info Remix on YouTube. Charlie S on YouTube. Happy Egg Roll on YouTube. I need all of you to go to GaryVee.com/whatnot. All of you. Lisa, thank you for the rose, but I'd rather you come over from TikTok to GaryVee.com/whatnot. Download the app. Come in here. I need to see this room get to 1,000. I need everybody to double tap the screen right now and leave a comment. Whose first day is it here? I need you all to go into this giveaway. The giveaway is now live. It's in the top right corner, top left corner. It's the translucent box. It's literally right there. Enter giveaway. You just click it. This is literally, again, important to me. You can literally get a free $200, $300, $400, whatever this would go for on eBay. You literally just have to get over to Whatnot, click a button, and you can win this, and then literally get it listed on eBay and make the money that might help you start your business. Or, I don't know, let you take your family out to dinner later this month, which would mean something to me. I just don't understand. I really do not understand the 1,000 of you right now on Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter to not do this. It's literally GaryVee.com/whatnot. I see some people downloading it. Good job, Rush Media. Appreciate that. I need all of you to get over here. My edits, my teaches, get over here. Joe Wacker, get over here. Joe Wacker, that's a name. Pay some bills, have some fun. Jared, 9-1, I don't think it's worth it, no. Aaron, sneak in a question.
All right. I've been recovering alcoholic for 16 years. And
First of all, let's clap it up for that. That's incredible. That's a battle. That's a battle.
And a realtor for 18 years. Started going hard on social media and starting to see results. Can you give me creative content idea for my realtor business, adding my recovery journey?
Yeah, just tell people about your recovery journey. Tell stories. One of the great things, actually, this is a good one. I want everyone to hear this. One of the greatest hacks in social media content, I'm not gonna be able to do anybody else on screen, I'm leaving. Foodies Forward, I see you, brother. We'll get you back tomorrow. I'll get you back tomorrow or the next day. One of the great hacks in social media ideation is storytelling. The amount of people that could explode on social just telling the 50 stories they have is insane. I'm talking about those 10 go-to stories that you have with your homies, literally sitting down and telling a story. I've never really said this. This is gonna be a good clip because I know I'm gonna get a DM in 3 years from like, I was that person, thank you, I have 14 million followers. All I do is go home at night, pop open a beer, and tell a story. I am literally telling you, remember, value. What is a movie? What is a book? It is a story. I would argue that stories are the most, by the way, do you know why Be Friends is gonna be huge? Because of the stories. The comic book explosion of the next 12 months in Be Friends land is gonna blow people away. It's gonna be based on stories, right? So here's what's gonna, because it was on the wrong platform, Atomic Coffee. I believe the great hack, so that gentleman or lady, it was gentleman, I think, right?
Jerry.
Jerry. We're gonna go with dude on this one, we think. If he just told stories, and by the way, telling vulnerable, emotional stories of, you know, a day where it sounds like he was an alcoholic for a couple of years while he was selling homes. Him telling stories of like an open house that had nobody come, and then he like stole a bottle of vodka from the people's home that he was selling and drank it in their kitchen and drove home drunk. That's a vulnerable story that people might cast judgment on. You asshole, you drove drunk. But look, every human, I mean, all these people throwing stones when they have glass houses make me laugh. Who the fuck in this world hasn't made a mistake? I've made plenty of mistakes. Pablo, you've made mistakes as a human being? You know, and he's a young kid. He hasn't had that much time to make a lot of mistakes, and he's made plenty. Every one of us has made a fuckload of mistakes. I have no idea how all of you have the audacity to judge other people in a world where you made a fuckload of mistakes. I do not know where all of you get this hypocrisy to be able to fucking judge people when you've made so many fucking mistakes. Somebody won? Creamer roll? Kreber? Creamer roll. Creme roll. Big win. That's a massive win. I do not understand how all of you do that. I think it is hurting you in your soul. Your judgment means you're judging yourself. So the answer to the question, Aaron, is tell stories. Everybody here who's looking to blow up on social media should stop following trends that everyone's doing and should start telling stories that no one else can tell. You like that quote? That's right. It's like, no one can tell your story about a basketball injury and then later going out and eating a sundae and then like having a toad jump into your ice cream. Like, but you know, like every one of us have those stories. Like in second grade, I had to go to the bathroom during the Pledge of Allegiance, but my teacher wouldn't let me. So I was holding my little pee-pee, right? But then I had to do the Pledge of Allegiance and like I had to do this. So I put my little pee-pee on the desk, right? But it didn't work. And I peed my pants, including onto the desk, and it was dripping off. This is real, Rips. Second grade, I have to go to the nurse. My mom has to pick me up. And my mom tells me a story as we're going home to change into pants to go back to school. Because, by the way, this was the 80s, and when you pissed your pants in class and had to go home and change your pants, you went back to school that day. Not like today, where your parents let you stay home. So I had to go back to school and face it. And you know what my mom did? She made up a story that my dad pissed his pants in school too. Got it? Because that's a mother that knows when there's a right time to tell a white lie, because you know you're in second fucking grade. I can tell that story. Mike, can you tell that story? Did you piss your pants in second grade? You did, Train? Yeah, but not, did you piss it on the desk and the pee was dripping off the desk and people were looking at it? And you know, so like, we just have, long before I was GaryVee, I was Gary P, baby. You know what the best part of that story is that I can't recall having a tough time coming back to class. I was already very, very, very liked as a second grader by my classmates. And I grew up in the 80s in Jersey where we made fun of each other 24/7 if you loved each other, let alone if you didn't like each other. But what's really interesting about that story is that I couldn't really remember. I don't recall struggling with going back to class. Anyway, nonetheless, we all have our stories. And you guys, I really do believe that one of the great hacks in breaking out in social is story time with Aaron, story time with Courtney, story time. By the way, look at this poll. Many people have peed their pants in school. I am shocked by how many, wow, we are a very flawed, but maybe this is why we're all hanging out with each other. 50-50 on the poll, wow. Actually, this is making my bigger point. 50% of the people in Whatnot right now have peed their pants in school. My intuition is that a very small percentage of them would be willing to tell that story to the whole world like I just did. That's the point. When I would tell that story on a piece of content, story time, when I pissed my pants in second grade. And again, notice what I said about the beer. A big piece of content is beverages. So like if you do story time with a beer, but you're also reviewing the beer, now you become a beer influencer. Wine, I did that. Bourbon, tequila, non-alcoholic beverages, sodas, healthy sodas, bottled water reviews. People love that shit. Well, by the way, different things. Candy reviews, sunflower seeds. I would do that. Story time with Gary with sunflower seeds. Every episode, I'm tasting a new sunflower seed. You wake up fucking a year later, you're a sunflower seed influencer getting $5,000 a month from the hottest direct-to-consumer sunflower brand to be the exclusive brand for your content for the year, all by telling stories. See how my brain works? See how this fucking brilliant brain works? I might pee my pants, but I've got oh my God, daily upgrades with a 360-person raid. Let's clap it up right now. That means I have to do, Rips, throw me that blaster box. Throw me that blast. This is $200. I'm giving this away for free right now. Cass, throw it up. I'm giving this away for free. This is $200 all day on eBay. I'm giving this away for free right now because I have 360 friends from the raid that I have to take care of right now. Friends that came from the raid, you just walked in. I was telling a story about when I peed my pants in school. Rips, if you came here from the raid and you collect something, say raid collector in the chat. If you came in from the raid and you collect something, say raid collector and then put colon what you collect. Pokemon, comic books, sneakers, raid collector, colon, and what you collect. All right? All right? You can stay on this, Rips. Right? All right, Rips, come over here and sit with me. NBA. All right, if you collect something, please go to the top left corner, click our logo, and hit the third thing there that says send a message. Ask us about VeeFriends. VeeFriends is one of the hottest collectibles, new collectibles in the world. This is my Pokemon meets Marvel meets Sesame Street brand that is red hot. I am going to sign it. Someone said sign it. Let's give it more value. Rips, tell them who you are.
All right. Corso said it best. That was P with GaryVee, and I think he's coming back. But that was absolutely nuts. Everyone, welcome. We have the $200 blaster box right now being given away. $200 blaster box on eBay all day long. Topps Chrome VeeFriends that just came out in May. It was a $25 box at GameStop. They sold out on day one. Now they're $200. That's how it is. We're going to be ripping open and answering questions for newbies here. We have 855 in the room. Should we do a flash sale, Cass, now that Gary's gone? I talked to an imaginary person. Cass isn't there, so I get to make the call. So we're going with a flash sale. Comment what you guys want flash sold. Do you want blaster packs, manga packs? The manga sticker packs, which one do you want? Manga sticker packs? Over Chrome? Oh, manga sticker packs are taking a hefty lead. A hefty lead, but for all 835 people. Wow. Gary has an audience, huh? 835 people. On Whatnot, people want blaster boxes, but all right, maybe we'll have to do both. I'm going to win this. I'm not going to let it run for 3 more minutes. Guys, there's still 300 people who not entered. 300 human beings, guys. 300 human beings. What's up, Dad? Good to see you. GaryVee. All right, there's a lot of P comments going on, and the poll is still up. Ever since the raid came in, it's been a little more lopsided. It does seem like VeeFriends and Gary's